Faithful by Jane Cooper. Once you said, joking slyly, if I'm killed, I'll come to haunt your solemn bed. I'll stand and glower at the head and see if my place is empty still or filled. What was it woke me in that early darkness before the first bird's twittering? A shape, dissolving and flittering, unsteady as a flame in a drafty house. It seemed a concentration of the dark burning by the bedpost at my right hand, while to my left, that no man's land of sheet stretched palely as a false morning. All day I have been sick and restless. This evening curtained with all the lights on, I start up only to sit down. Why should I grieve after 10 years of grieving? What if, last night, I was the one who lay dead while the dead burned beside me, trembling with passionate pity at my blameless life while shaking its flame-like head?
So while the judges are tallying up real quick, we'll just tell you a few jokes. They will be corny. They won't be good, I can guarantee. But it'll keep us busy. And judges, please nod when you're ready. So, did you hear about the cross-eyed school teacher? You did?
No.
Ah, well, she couldn't control her pupils. There's more. Teacher, it's clear that you haven't studied your geography. What's your excuse? The pupil says, well, my dad says the world is changing every day, so I decided to wait until it settles down. Okay, we can do one more quick one, I'll betcha. You ready? Ready. We are ready. There's more of that to come. Okay, our next poet. Thank you. Our next poet is Maria Morales, and she will be doing Alone by Edgar Allan Poe.
Alone by Edgar Allan Poe. From childhood's hour, I have not been. As others were, I have not seen. As others saw, I cannot bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source, I have not taken. My sorrow, I cannot awaken. My heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. And then, in my childhood, in the dawn of the most stormy life was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain of the red cliff of the mountain, when the sun round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold. From the lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by. From the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view.
Chicago by Sandburg. Hog butcher for the world, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads and the nation's freight handler, stormy, husky, brawling, city of the big shoulders. They tell me you are wicked, and I believe them. For I have seen your painted woman under the gas lamps luring the farm boys. And they tell me you are crooked, and I answer yes. It is true, I have seen the gunman kill and go free to kill again. And they tell me you are brutal, and my reply is, on the faces of women and children, I have seen the marks of want and hunger. And Having answered so, I turn once more to those who sneer at this, my city. And I give them back the sneer and say to them, come and show me another city with lifted head, singing so proud to be alive, and coarse and strong and cunning, flinging magnetic curses amid the toil of piling job on job. Here is a tall, bold slugger set vivid against the little soft cities, fierce as a dog with tongue lapping for action, cunning as a savage pitted against the wilderness, bareheaded, shoveling, wrecking, planning, building, breaking, rebuilding. Under the smoke, dust all over his mouth, laughing with white teeth. Under the terrible burden of destiny, laughing as a young man laughs. Laughing even as an ignorant fighter laughs who has never lost a battle. Bragging and laughing that under his wrist the pulse, and under his ribs the heart of the people. Laughing. Laughing that the stormy, husky, brawling laughter of youth, half-naked, sweating, proud to be the hog butcher, tool maker, stacker of wheat, player with railroads, and the freight handler to the nation.
Snowflake by Baer. Timing's everything. The vapor rises high in the sky, tossing to and fro, then freezes suddenly and crystallizes into a perfect flake of miraculous snow. For countless miles drifting east above the world, whirling about in a swirling free-for-all, appearing aimless, just like love, but sensing, seeking out its destiny, falling to where the two young skaters stand, hand in hand, then flips and dips and whips itself about to ever so gently land, a miracle across her unkissed lips, as he blocks the wind raging from the south, leaning forward to kiss her lovely mouth. Thank you.
Hero by Engle. I have heard the horn of Roland goldly screaming in the pitty Pyrenees of the inner ear, and seen the frightful Saracens of fear pour from the passes, fought them, brave and dreaming. But wait, and heard my own voice tinly screaming in the horrid and whirling valleys of the ear, and beat the savage bed back in my fear, and crawled, unheroed, down those cliffs of dreaming. I have ridden with Hannibal in the mountain dusk, watching the drivers yell the doomed and gray elephants over the trumpeting Alps, gone gay with snow vivid on peaks, on the ivory tusk. But wait, and found myself in the vivid dusk, plunging the deep and icy floor, gone gray with bellowing shapes of morning, and the gay sunshaft through me like an ivory tusk. I have smiled on the platform, hearing without shame the crowd scream out my praise. I, the new star, handsome, disparaging my bloody scar, yet turning its curve to the light when they called my name. But wait, and the window sneered my name. The sky bled, drop by golden drop. Each star, the curved moon glittered like sickle scar. The night wind called with its gentle voices, shame. I have climbed the secret balcony, on the floor laying a lady, drunk with passionate wine, found beneath green, lewd-smelling vine. Love, open to me like a waiting door. But wait, to delusional shadows on the door, found while my stomach staggered with sour wine, green drunkenness creep on me like a vine, and pute my passions on the bathroom floor. I have run with Boone and watched the Indian pillage the log house, fought arrow in leg, and hobbled over the painful ground while the warrior gobbled wild turkey cry, but escaped to save the village. But wait, and walked the city, vicious village, fought through the traffic with a wild horn gobbled, bruised on the bumper, turned toward home, hobbled back, myself the house, my neighbor's pillage. I have lain in bed and felt my body utterly taken like water possessing sand, surrounding, seething, soothing, as a hand comforts and clasps the hand that is shaken. But wait, and found that I was wholly shaken by you, as a wave surrounds and sees the sand, that your whole body was like a reaching hand, and my whole body, the hand that yours had taken. Thank you.
A Dream Within a Dream by Edgar Allan Poe. Take this kiss upon the brow, and in parting from you now, thus much let me avow. You are not wrong who deem that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away in a night or in a day, in a vision or in none, is it therefore less gone? All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar of a surf-tormented shore, and I hold within my hand grains of the golden sand. How few, yet how they creep through my fingers to the deep, while I weep, while I weep. Oh God, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp? Oh God, can I not save one from the pitiless wave? Is all that we see or see but a dream within a dream?
Hysteria by Dionisio D. Martinez for Ana Menendez. Today, it only takes one night with the wind on its knees to imagine Carl Sandburg unfolding a map of Chicago, puzzled and walking the wrong way. The lines on his face are hard to read. I alternate between the TV, where a plastic surgeon is claiming that every facial expression causes wrinkles, and the newspaper. I picture the surgeon reading the lines on Sandburg's face, lines that would have made more sense if the poet had been, say, a tree growing in a wind orchard. I'm reading about the All-Star game, thinking that maybe Sandburg saw the White Sox of 1919. I love American newspapers, the way each section is folded independently and believes that it owns the world. There's this brief item in the international pages. The Chinese government has posted signs in Tiananmen Square forbidding laughter. I'm sure the plastic surgeon would approve. He'd say, the Chinese will look young much longer, their faces unnaturally smooth. But what I see is laughter bursting inside of them. I go back to the sports section, and a close-up of a rookie in mid-swing, his face keeping all the wrong emotions in check. When I read, I bite my lower lip, a habit the plastic surgeon would probably call cosmetic heresy because it accelerates the aging process. I think of Carl Sandburg and the White Sox. I think of the wind in Tiananmen Square, and how a country deprived of laughter ages invisibly. I think of the great walls of North America, each of them a grip on some outfield, like a rookie's hands around a bat in mid when the wind is against him. I bite my lower lip again. I want to learn to think in American, to believe that a headline is a fact and all stories are suspect.
Okay, I Too by Langston Hughes. I too sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at that table when company comes. Nobody will dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
The Second Coming by William Butler Yeats. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world, the blood-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. The second coming. Hardly are those words out, when a vast image out of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Somewhere in sands of the desert, a shape with lion body and the head of a man. A gaze blank and pitiless as the sun is moving its slow thighs, while all about it, real shadows of the indignant desert birds. The darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. And what rough beast its hour come round at last? Slouches towards Bethlehem to be born.